Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Again, I am your host, Keisha Lanslin. Thanks so much for continuing to march. In this segment, we're going to continue our focus on your health. It's that time of year. We're calling it, I've heard people call it the triple threat. There's the flu, the RSV, and COVID. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit with Dr. Persing. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Now, I know that a lot of people are concerned about, this flu season because it seems like we have other things to be concerned about. What should we be thinking about as we're preparing for our family and ourselves, preparing to be as healthy as possible?
Well, I think it's important to realize that this season, somewhat like last season, is going to be different from the prior years where all we had to worry about was COVID. Now we have to worry about the circulation of flu A, flu B, RSV, and COVID all about the same time of year. And it's very difficult to distinguish these infections clinically. There are only subtle differences between the way the infections present. And so we're increasingly reliant on testing to be able to identify the infections and to distinguish between the causes.
Now, as we're going to our physicians, as we're trying to, again, figure out exactly, what ails us, where we are on that spectrum, what exactly are we looking for? Is it a cough? Like, for COVID, it was all about the cough and your respiratory. What are we going to the doctor about? Like, what should send us to our physician?
So typically, what drives us to seek medical attention are the symptoms, fevers, feeling really lousy, muscle aches and pains, maybe cough, maybe sore throat, maybe respiratory symptoms, wheezing, especially with RSV. And these all come together in varying degrees of severity to drive us to seek medical attention.
Can we talk a little about RSV? I think for years, many of us thought it was just for infants, and once you got above a certain age range, we didn't have to worry about that. But now our seniors are, that's another layer of protection we need to be aware about if we're taking care of our seniors or either, just keeping them informed. What do we need to know about RSV?
RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, has really emerged and been recognized in recent years as a major cause of influenza-like presentations alongside the other viruses. You're right, it does tend to affect the very young and the very old more severely, but it can produce very severe complications from infection, which may range from increasingly severe respiratory presentations, as well as even a sepsis-like syndrome in the elderly especially. So it really is important to recognize it among the causes of these types of infections because therapies and different management strategies are available for it.
Okay. As we're preparing for this season, because I hesitate to even call it flu season now, right? Because there's so many other things that we need to be concerned about. But as we are preparing, is there a website where we can learn more?
Sure, you can go to the Cepheid.com website on the educational section that talks about the importance of reliably detecting these viruses, getting ready for the emergence of new variants of these viruses, making sure that the tests that we use are ready for those variants, and also just what the general symptom and complex and presentations look like.
Thank you so much for coming on
the CDC website is. Yeah, the CDC website is highly informative as well.
Thank you so much for keeping us abreast of all of the information that we need and keeping us informed so that we can keep ourselves and our families safe. Thanks so much for your time.
You're very welcome.
All right, guys, it's that time of year. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn more, prepare yourself for, the things that you need to be concerned about when it comes to your health and the health of the ones that you love. Thanks so much for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.